Second video, I told you about, in the first video, I told you all about the life of Petit Caucus, a very important leader and politician. Now I'm going to tell you about one of our own heroes, political heroes on St. Martin, a man named Claude Wathey. Claude Wathey happens to be the grandfather of Theodore Heiliger, another prominent politician. Mr. Wathey was born in the year 1926 on St. Martin, and he came from a wealthy family on the island, and his lifelong mission was to bring prosperity to the citizens of this country. That's according to several of his friends and supporters. He was first elected to the Island Council in 1951. And from 1951, 1960s, 70s, 80s, he dominated the political life on St. Martin. He was so powerful, many times he received the highest number of votes in his party, and at several times in his political career, his party won almost all the seats, and his votes was responsible for winning 5 seats in particular, because when he first started running back in 1951, there were 5 Island Council seats in the Island Council, and then it increased to 9, and then it went to 11, and then it went to 15. He was a leader of the Democratic Party. Why is Dr. Wathey so important for us? He is credited, along with many others, with the establishment and the introduction of tourism, mass tourism. And it all started slowly back in the 1950s with one of the first cruise ships, the Stella Polaris, to come here, according to Clement LaBega, with one of his political affiliates. And during the course of 4 decades, St. Martin witnessed the construction of hotels such as Mullet Bay, a major hotel, Grey Bay Hotel, Little Bay Hotel, and to name a few. We also saw back in the 1970s, under his watch, the construction of Milton Peters College and Sundial and St. Martin Academy. We saw the emergence of those schools. Dr. Wathey did not have a good relationship at times with the Dutch government, and he warned his people several times about the invasion of the Dutch, according to him. And so it is in 1988 that he publicly proclaimed and lobbied for St. Martin to become an independent nation. However, there were many persons who opposed the idea of independence, because many individuals felt that tourism alone will not be enough to sustain St. Martin. And in 1991, Dr. Wathey resigned from the Island Council. And one of the main reasons is higher supervision was going to be introduced on St. Martin, which means the Dutch government was going to make all the decisions politically on the country, the island as it was called at the time, and they made the decisions for 2 years. Dr. Wathey died in the year 1998, with 71 years of age. Many people still remember him, have not forgotten him, and his legacy is still felt. There's 2 ways he was honored. One of them was a statue was unveiled by his family members in front of the former administration building. And then in 1991, a statue was also unveiled at the St. Martin Harbor Companies, and he was honored there as well. So ends the life of a man, a powerful figure, not only in St. Martin but in the Netherlands Antilles, because he also had seats in the Parliament of the Netherlands Antilles, his party, and he wielded tremendous influence over there as well at certain times. His life is one that touched many people, in positive and some negative, but he's a huge figure, and he must be remembered. In the next video, next week, God's willing, you will learn about one of Claude Wathey's most famous opponent. Stay tuned for his name and his life. Thank you for listening.